Hey, welcome back to God's Glory and Men's Real Stories. I'm your host, Robert Moore. I'm excited that you would join us today for another great episode. And if you're new to this community, I want you to know that you matter here and your story matters, no matter what chapter you're in. So today, I want you to sit back with a community that cares about you and hopes that you feel God's love as well as see God's glory in men's real stories. So, my special guest today is a brother who I'm sure I met long before I actually officially met him in 2003 when I became a part of our fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Since we both reconnected, I'm excited about the journey we are both on and how important we both find mental health to our community. So I'm excited to sit down and have a conversation with my brother, Jonavan Adams.
How we doing? Hey, man, I'm doing well. I'm blessed. I'm here, man. How about you?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm here.
That's
we're doing it. It's exciting to
very
reconnect
exciting
at this table.
Yes.
You know, we have. It's funny how we follow each other from time to time on different platforms, and we kind of like, okay, all right,
yeah, okay,
so
making moves. Making moves.
Yeah. But it's exciting to sit down with you just to truly be able to say, okay, what's been going on in your life, man? What's happening? 'Cause we both have watched each other's journey from a kind of like a distance, like, okay, something happened there. But it's exciting now to finally really get to see. So what led you to this journey? So let's start off.
Sure.
Let you introduce yourself to my listeners.
Okay, great. What's going on, everybody? Jonavan Adams. I go by Jay. Man, I am a father. We're here. We talk about it. I have been blessed to be an actor in Charlotte for the last 20 almost years, 18 years. And I went to App State, so with the theater part, I got one of my undergrad degrees is in acting. Right. But yeah, so when we're talking about where we are now, I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of different productions, and it's one of those journeys too. And I can share, it's one of those journeys where you try to figure out what God is doing and why He allows you to go on certain paths. And I see now where I am now with being a vessel to share about mental health and the importance, especially in our communities. I see what He was doing, and I see the purpose, and I see that it feels great to be exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this is awesome, man.
Don't get to that space too, bro.
They don't, man. But so that's a blessing in and of itself to get there.
Right.
So I feel honored to be a messenger and a vessel to again get this out for us, because we're in the play that we're doing, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's golly, man, because you know what? So by day, so I'm an actor, but then I'm a director of employment and community engagement with my company, and we did we have what's called LSI News. So I'm in charge, essentially in charge of a news network at work. So we record the segments. I'm the host. I'm doing all these things for these segments at work. And we had a segment called Coffee Talk, and we did fatherhood. So one of my coworkers, he was on there, and he was talking. He's got 2 young kids. I got 2 kids as well, and we were talking about fatherhood, the joys of it, different experiences, the things that fatherhood has taught us about ourselves that we didn't know, different experiences and memories that stick out to us. And he made a comment. One of his kids has a speech impediment and has some kind of other kind of difficulties, and he said there's times where it gets difficult for him because he's trying to be stern or try to teach his son, but then he said he'll find himself getting emotional and try not to cry because they're trying to be tough. I stopped him right then. I said, no, it's okay to cry. It's okay for men to cry.
Right.
I said, no, that's a stigma that we need to tear down.
Right.
I said, we're humans. We have access to all the feelings on the the human spectrum. So crying is okay.
Yeah.
Even that's, and you know what? I saw it land on him that it gave him like, oh my gosh, that came from another man, that it's okay to cry. No, so that was good. Yeah, he was so taken aback that I said it, and so thankful. In the moment, he was like, oh my God, man, well, thank you for saying it. Thank you for being a man. I said, no, I'm serious. And then, so he asked me, he said, okay, do you have a situation or an example of where you you've done that? I said, I sure have. And I shared a moment where, I've been frustrated with my son, and being at the wit's end and not knowing what to do, and then just in the middle of all of it, just breaking down and crying in front of my son, and be like, son, this is where your dad is. This is where we are, and it's okay.
Right.
You're crying, I'm crying. It's okay. We're expressing ourselves, and it will always be okay. So we actually had like real genuine, authentic moments in that chat. And I'm thankful again to be, and it's one of those things where I realize where God has put me in the position I'm in at work to be a difference maker. Ooh. To have that platform to be a difference maker with the news network, if you will.
Right.
I have they gave me the freedom to do as I will with it. For it's towards work and engagement with the community and with the employees, but I have the freedom to say what I need to say and reach people. Right. And then being a man, being a black man, there aren't a lot of people in leadership roles there. So a lot of, a lot of goes into like, thank you, God, for putting me there. And I realize that, and I'm thankful for that. So yeah.
No, that's awesome, dude. That's that. And it's funny how I love how you say I can recognize why I'm here, and it's bigger than just doing the work.
Absolutely,
a lot of times people look at things from a standpoint of just like, well, I know what my job is.
Yep.
I know why I'm supposed to be here, so I'm here to do a job.
Right.
Instead of saying, okay, God, why do you have me here that's bigger than just the job? Because I can recognize my job is just about me.
That's it. No,
it's solely
right.
about me. But sometimes the story is bigger than me.
Yeah.
And so like how you even able to express how you were able to pour into a coworker of yours and help him see the bigger picture. Sometimes that's how God actually intersects us into other people's lives. To be a seed in their life to say, wow, I needed another man to give me that permission to do what I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I was always told I couldn't do that.
Yes. And you know what? Once I saw that in him, and when that first moment when he said, "No, thank you, man," I found other moments during that conversation to reassure him that it's okay. That's okay. Sharing and being emotional is okay. And I could see that he physically felt lighter at the end of that conversation, man.
Right.
And I was like, Lord, thank you. I was like, literally walking out of there, I said, Lord, thank you for that moment. Thank you for allowing me to be open to receive that, to share that with him at that moment. And you know what? And it's one of them things, man, like in my job, since I've been there, I've gotten frustrated with certain things. When you question how things are going, or you feel like you're not being recognized how you should be or valued how you should be, you get impatient. And you start to look elsewhere, or you start to do this or do that, and you get caught up in what you want and how things should go the way you feel like they should go. And God has a good way of reminding you of why you're there. And it's bigger than what my wants are. And those are just perfect examples. I go out too, so I had to travel to different. So we have different locations that we service for our clients all around the country. So warehouses, if you will. So I had to travel to those, and it's those where I think I'm just going just to. For my job, I gotta check off a list. I gotta, here I am, show my face, love on the people, that kind of thing. Just, hey, it's me, the guy you see on the videos, that kind of thing, man. But no, man, when you go and you hear people say, hey, man, we see you and you represent us so well. Talking about black people, especially men. We're talking about people that work in the warehouse, and they feel like maybe their job is thankless a lot of the times, you know what I mean? And when they be like, hey man, we see you and you make us proud. And I'm like, whoa, make you proud. And like, nah, man, you're black, you up there, you're in leadership. If we see you do it, we know we can do it. And it's like, I don't even think like that. Right. And God has a great way of reminding you that you're on the right path. Like, this is why you're here. It's bigger than
other people. It's crazy how other people's encouragement, the encouragement you don't expect, sometimes fuel what God is doing in your life.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know that I was making a difference.
Yeah.
But it was that person kind of reassuring me.
That's right.
Validating me.
Yep.
That let me know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
God, I see you're up to something.
That's
and
right.
You're using
That's
me
right.
as a vessel. So now, of course, I got to tap into before then, because notice how you said you gave another man the permission to do what men should do.
That's right.
The
That's
question
right.
is what got you to that place where you received the permission and the validation to be able to provide somebody else that same assurance that it's okay to do that? Because
excellent. Yeah.
we all have that, as I like to call it, that road to Damascus.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'd love to hear about yours.
Sure. You know what, man? Just knowing how important it is to be able to share how you feel. For example, COVID, the most recent example, was very, very tough. I was depressed. I've very, very depressed because one reason was because being not having an outlet. So if you're a social person, or if you're hanging with people, or you're used to sharing and pouring into others and they pour into you, and you don't have that, at least in person. And then acting too, honestly, it's therapeutic for me. So I feel like that was taken away. And I use it as a release. It's therapy for me. So if I'm not able to do that, it's like you have it pent in, not just energy, but aggression, but everything. And then you have nowhere to release it.
Right.
So I was super, super depressed then. And I know that there was moments with things I've gone through in my childhood that, it's okay to feel bad. It's okay to go through these things. It's okay to cry. It's okay. Because again, growing up, we're taught that, and culturally for us, crying is bad, or you're being a wuss,
right.
or
being a
you're a man up, a wimp, and all that kind of stuff. So, we culturally learn that stuff, man. But and when I'll be honest with you, man, if it wasn't for God, we grew up in the church. I know you're close with my family,
right?
But we all grew up in the church, and there's times where we're, especially as teenagers, we go our own way, or we're young and rebellious, and we make choices, and we have to live with those choices and the consequences that come with the choices. And even in college, we both in college, with fraternity and all that kind of stuff. When you're doing things that your own thing, and you stray away from God and the purpose and all that kind of thing, man, God has a great way of reminding you that first of all, He's always there, but again, I look at times now where I was in in 2008, I was in a wreck with Terrence Thompson.
Okay.
Terrence, frat brother. Frankly, man, we shouldn't be here. The way that car flipped, it flipped 6, 7, 8 times. And the fact that we are still alive, we had no scratches, no injuries or anything like that. I can go most recently to a wreck I had when my car was totaled. A semi hit me on 45. This was not last Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving before that. He took me off the road 45, totaled my truck and all this other kind of stuff, and I got out of that without a scratch, dent, and everything. But that's all God. There's no, I'm here for a purpose, and higher purposes. I know it's His. It's not because of my doing, man. But it's like I said, just going through things that I've gone through. So. Being lost, trying to figure out things on your own, in the dark places we go through, being the trauma that we carry. And I realize, like I said, from being a kid, those things that stick with you, and knowing that trauma sits there, and a lot of other problems stem from that trauma, or undealt with trauma, or situations. It's so heavy mentally. So I know there's situations that I've gone through mentally. Again, when you get so depressed where you do have suicidal thoughts, you do think there's no way out. You do think that you don't have help, that you're alone. I've been there. When you're by yourself in those moments, the silence can be so loud, and The enemy has a lot of different tactics and ways to make you feel like, you are alone. You are everything that you think you are negatively.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then, if it also matters that you go to the right source with your problems, because you can try to go out and reach out to somebody and they not be in a open space to receive it, or they pour into you negatively.
Right.
They're going through negative stuff, or they're doing something and they like, you know what, this is how you handle that.
Right,
you know what I mean? This is how you handle that. And now
I think we've all dealt with that person.
We have.
We've all experienced that person where you call them, and in other seasons they've been so vocal and they've been so helpful.
Yeah.
But now in this season, either you trigger them with what you're telling them that they're not ready to face themselves. Yeah. So they're just like, man, bro, let's just go get a drink.
That's right.
Like a drink would help both of us. It'll help you, it'll help me.
Right.
Or you know what? Let's just go to the club.
Yep.
And we're gonna dance that away tonight. We're gonna hook up with somebody else and get over that.
Yep.
There's so many different vices that sometimes the wrong people will offer us.
In exchange
for what we're going through. And it's not that they're bad people. It's that their journey continues to take them to those things. Instead of to the sources that we really need. Those people who actually have that are maybe on their own journey. And have already been where you've been sitting. And they're like, you know what? Been there before, bro. So first of all, you're not alone. I just want to let you know you're not alone. But then secondly, like maybe you need to seek out a therapist, or maybe you need to first of all put yourself back into a community. And I've learned that God has a way of bringing community to you, so you don't have to go out here sometimes and pick up phones and figure out who that community is. Go through the phone book, like how did that look? Because I know you were telling me about how did that look for you? Like where did that lead you with a lot of your own struggles?
Which part are you talking about?
Like as far as like when it came to like when you were sitting in depression, because I know a lot of us sat with heavy weights during the pandemic. Because it made us sit still. So we were stuck with ourselves, the person we've been running from.
Absolutely. That's the thing. No, great. I'm glad you said that. So good. So people are good with, whether or not they mean to or not, but they could be distractions. They could bring more distractions with you instead of you having to deal with the real source. So no, I remember several times, man, just crying by myself, and then so there's a lot of things was there. Again, I mentioned not being able to act, and then it's the, professionally, again, you feel like, we fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to other people and what they're doing in their success where it really doesn't have anything to do with you. So I still struggle. We struggle with that. We live in a society where that's what we do. You know what I mean? We compare ourselves to others. It's human nature. But no, in that moment specifically, man, just depressed, crying out to God, just feeling like there was no way out. You feel like everything that you need, everything. I feel like everything I was doing, just was it good enough? Was it working? But I got this. I can handle this. I got it. If I do this, if I do more of this, it'll change around. If I do more of this, it'll make a difference. But then I had to just release it. And again, I'm on my knees crying, like, Lord, you fix it. I can't fix it. I can't fix it. So, and it's like, okay, you know what? At that time, I'll be honest. At that time, it was like, so you get out of certain patterns and everything like that. And I wasn't my prayer life wasn't what it needed to be at the time. The reading wasn't what it needed to be at the time. And I realized that. And it was like, okay, some of the things I'm going through now, I know what's going on. Right. It's to get my attention, you know what I mean, and there are those moments that you do have through your life, and that's what that is. So okay, I know what's going on. Right. So there's like I said, there's all through life. I look back now, and it's like I'm thankful for the foundation. I'm thankful for the foundation of of Christ, and him showing his true self to me and my family. And because at the end of the day, we not, whenever everything else is changing and going on, man, that is there, and we know who the author and the finisher of our faith is. Whenever I get too big, and there's times where I've had egos, there's times where I thought it was all about me, and sometimes, hey, we're human, so that happens a lot. I thank him that he allows me to keep at least some piece of humility about it, to know who it is and how it can be taken away, because it very much can be, man. It happened, and then actually during the pandemic, was laid off. So that's, here it is, the world's shut down. Then your job's taken from you, and you try to do all this kind of stuff, man. So the depression was real. It got louder, bro. It got louder, bro.
You don't even have work that you can kind of like climb into, and
that's it. That's it. And then you got to be a provider. So now you feeling like you're failing at that. So failure, man. Failure. A lot of different areas.
It's crazy how I'm pretty sure nobody actually ever called you a failure,
right?
But based on everything that you were experiencing, what you didn't have, the story you begin to tell yourself was that I'm a failure.
That's right. That's right.
They're looking at me like I'm a failure. I know it. They haven't said it yet. But I've already written this story that I'm a failure. And
That's
so
right.
we
That's
internalize that.
That's
Because
right.
I've been there with you, where like it screams loud. Like now I have no job, and so I'm sitting here looking in a mirror at a man who doesn't have an outlet, who doesn't have a job, and who doesn't have any distractions that I can run to. I can't go here, I can't go there. We're stuck in the house.
That's
now
right.
I have to sit with myself.
That's right.
And it's wild how in those moments sometimes you look to God and say, what do you want me to do in this moment, and what am I not doing that you want to get my undivided attention, because you have stripped me of everything.
Yes.
It does humble you. It brings you to your knees. As you said, you were on your knees because it's like it's the one place or posture where, God, I feel like a failure. I feel less of myself. I don't know what to do, because everything you've told me as a man is I'm a provider. I'm a man who's supposed to be the leader of my home. And right now, with the way things are looking, I don't have any of that.
That's right.
So how can I be the man that? Because a lot of times we say, how can I be the man you want me to be? But the truth is a lot of times is, how can I be the man that I was programmed and told I need to be?
That's right.
In order to leave this house.
Yep.
That's where it comes to, like, I got to unlearn the fact that this is what it looks like to be considered a man.
That's right.
Because I'm sure that's where your journey went next.
Oh, absolutely. That's what it was. That's what it was. And that who I am now, or who I was at that time, was man enough. I was a work in progress. I am a work in progress. I will be a work in progress, but I had to come to that, you know what I mean? Again, got caught up in comparing and stripped down naked without anything. I'm still a man. I'm a man created in God's image.
Right.
So him reassuring me that that's enough. Especially in that moment, man, was like the beginning of climbing out of that.
That was powerful what you just said, by the way. When you said man enough.
Man enough. That's it.
Whoa.
That's it. Because if he thinks I'm man enough, and I'm out here butt naked with nothing, who are you to tell me I'm not? Ooh. And I'm created in his image? Come on, man.
Hey, there is so much heat on that, because that is where I had to get to the point where I realized that you see me differently than I see myself.
That's right.
You see me differently than I feel like everybody else sees me. But even in this, even stripped of all this, you still consider me the man of my house. You still consider me a man after your own heart. You still consider me a man, a son of yours. And you love me. And you still think the world of me in this position.
Exactly.
And so, man. So why can't I see myself that way when you see me that way?
Oh, man, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. Because, I know you probably, I'm sure you do, especially back in our heavy club days, you know what I mean? You could be in an environment maybe at the club, maybe at the house party, whatever, and it just hits you like, man, what am I doing here? You know, what's going on here,
Right.
man? Like, what am I doing here, man? And you can be, and you know what it is. It's the tugging, like, into the spirit. You know, what you
it's
doing?
The flesh calling, it's
all that.
Things.
And you know, when you feel that you feel like conviction, and you still just like, okay, I'm just. Whatever, you know what I mean, and you stay there.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, and that too. And then you just feel bad because you're like, I know, God, I should have left. I should have, you know what I mean.
Next week, God.
Look,
I know, I feel bad, but like, catch me next time. I'm gonna do better.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe look. Can I make it up to you by going to church this Sunday?
Yeah.
Like you over there haggling with
Sunday,
God.
I got you. Sunday, I got you. I'm in the club tonight. It's Saturday. God, it's Saturday night. God, it's Saturday night. Come on, it's Saturday night. Right. Hey, you see this? You see that? I know you made that. Yeah, you made that. So we go. You made that. So this is what I'm gonna do.
Right. You're a man, God. You know this flesh that's screaming for that. And it's like, you know, what God's probably sitting there saying is, no, I didn't give you that flesh to do that with. Your flesh is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I called you to pick up your cross and to let go of your flesh and to attune to where I'm taking you. Because where I'm taking you, don't get me wrong, it's not. A lot of times we hear that and we think, yeah, but God, your life is boring. God, your life is like dull, like it's like rigid, and it's like, it's like, no, there's nothing about where he's taking or what he wants to do is rigid. I mean, we're both living that
absolutely.
now.
No, that's very true.
We're
that's
both
very
living
true.
that now to where we can say, okay, so like, look, I used to think that the church boy or like the, you know, the man after God or seeking after God is like this life of just like a monk.
Right.
I no longer
absolutely.
get to like do these things.
But
the truth is we get to a point where a lot of those things, we don't even care to do them anymore.
That's right.
That's right. And I would like to say we outgrow it, but no, the truth is we find ourselves pulled into other areas where that doesn't attract us anymore.
Right. There you go.
And so, like even in your ministry and what you're doing in your life now, God has already orchestrated that stuff, and He's already put you in the place to say, okay, I just need you to speak life into this man. I need you to be a light in these areas. I need you to encourage these people, and I'm going to encourage you in the process. So while you're encouraging, watch this. I'm going to have people come and encourage you now. Watch this. I'm going to fill you up. I'm going to fill you up because you need to be filled up. You need to know that I see you. And you're doing exactly what I called you to do. And it's something that you enjoy doing. It's not just like, well, God, I didn't want to do this.
I didn't want to do this. Like,
this is not what, no, this is me, God. You use the gift that I love to do something that I can love doing for you. Like,
that's right. And you know what? That's so going back to the acting journey, man, I see now why he chose me to do it. And it is a part of his plan, not just right now with getting out the word and being a mouthpiece for this movement for our people and to men. And again, men, it's okay to cry. It's okay to share your feelings. It's okay. It doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you more of a man, honestly, because vulnerability is your superpower. But that's another story. Hey, I can break that down.
Hey, listen, y'all gonna get tired of hearing that. Y'all gonna get tired of hearing that. So just know that is the focal point. You're gonna get tired of hearing it, but it's important.
That's right.
That we stress that to you.
Here you go. I'll break something down to you. So, when I say vulnerability is your superpower, especially as an actor, right? Or you can take this and add it to life. You can add it to life. If you own or master your own vulnerability, no one else can use it against you because you own it. Right? You control it, you own it. Because what do people normally do to try to break you down?
They try to use you against you.
You against you. But if you own that part of it, oh, you're a wimp. Oh, you cry. Ooh, right? Especially a man trying to tear down another man.
Right.
They're going to try to make another man feel less than a man. How? What ways do you do that? Oh, you're not strong enough. You're not in this. You cry. Oh, you this and that. Okay, so if I hit you with I did cry. And what? I express my emotions. It's okay to cry. Now what? What ammunition do they have?
I was always taught that that's what weak men do, and then you expressing this right now. My dad taught me that that's what weak men do.
Yep. Okay, but then listen, I mastered it for me. I'm good with it. You're not. So what are you gonna say now? You know what I mean? It's one of them things. Like, what can you say? And then it's wait, next. You know what I mean?
Was you just planted a seed? Whether he wants to do anything, whether that soil will ever soften up enough to accept the seed, but you planted a seed that one day that dude's gonna sit somewhere and say, you know what? Dang, all right, maybe he had a point. I'm sitting here bottling this up right now. I'm sitting here holding on to this. I'm sitting here allowing my emotions and my frustration and the outlet I want to use is tears. But you know what? There's some liquor here.
That's right.
There's some other things that I'm drawn to here, or whatever it may be, whatever my flesh is pulling me to. I'm going to numb this pain with that instead of sitting with myself, like what you had to do. Because life has a way of sometimes saying, oh, so you don't want to sit down?
And there you go.
And you know what? Okay, so I could be way out of bounds, but I told somebody this recently. I said, it's crazy how we all look at what the pandemic did to so many of us, what it did to us, who it took from us, the lives we lost, the people, the loved ones that are no longer with us. But for so many of us, I would like to say this in the most respectful way. Look at what the pandemic did for us. Look at what the good that came out of it. And I understand that there were a lot of lives lost, and there was a lot of hurt, there was a lot of grieving, there was a lot of loss. But there was also so much good that came from the pandemic that we can look back and I can truly say I find gratitude in it. I see that it was not what happened to me, but what happened for me.
That's right.
And when you look at it that way, I tell people you shouldn't have walked out of the pandemic empty-handed.
Oh no, not at all.
Even if it was with a lot of loss, a lot of hurt, a lot of frustration, a lot of grief. There are areas of those things that they were supposed to trigger something in you. They were supposed to invoke something in you. They were supposed to wake up something in you. There were some people that walked away millionaires. And then, there were blessings in it.
That's right.
But regardless, everybody should have walked away with something in their hand. Something to work on.
Yeah, whether or not people want to recognize it or not, or acknowledge it or not, it made us all stronger. It makes every single person that made it through the other side of the pandemic stronger, because you were forced to change. You were forced to adapt. You was forced to come out of your comfort zone, and there's no growth in comfort. There's no growth in comfort. Growth comes in the unknown, the uncomfortable part, the discomfort. Growth comes in discomfort because it stretches you. It stretches you. So it forced everybody to stretch. You had to adapt to something that you could not control. So you had to come up with new tactics to survive, to get through, to whatever, you name it. You couldn't be comfortable.
Right.
So you had to grow.
Right.
Whether it would say you feel like it was positive or negative, we all had to, as a society, grow. And it got ugly. It got ugly before it got better, before it got pretty. So, man, it's really, and I know, divorces went through the roof. I know suicides went through the roof, and those things are very, very terrible, as we know. But as a society now, I'm not saying it's completely all the way gone, but you look back, it's like we had to. We had to grow and we had to grow to get through that. But yeah, man, it's just the thing is, there's so much, even with that, people walking around with fresh trauma from that. Fresh trauma. Even now.
Kids who didn't get to make it, like my son, who didn't get to that introductory from from elementary to middle school.
Yeah.
And so how that adjusted him. How when he finally went to school, how socially that was on him.
Yeah.
And me, introducing him to therapy even at that age.
Yeah.
Saying, look, it's never too young. You're never too young to start talking this out.
Oh, that's right.
If you're
That's
not
right.
comfortable
That's
talking
right.
to me about
That's
it,
right.
it's important that you talk about these things because there are so many people. I don't think this world had enough therapists to counteract
I agree.
the amount of trauma a lot of us walked out of the pandemic with. A lot of the trauma some of us had before the pandemic that the pandemic just kind of woke up and said,
right.
I've been here waiting on you. Now you're going to face me.
Now you're going to face me. Yeah. Man, so deep.
So now, with everything that you've experienced and all the what you shared as far as like what you've been through, what is Jay doing nowadays? How has all that you've gone through? I know you talked about how like the space God has you at work. But what else is God doing in your life now that is allowing you to be able to wake others up?
Excellent.
For like what has called you out, like it's almost like, okay, I got that awakening call on my life to understand what God wanted to do. What are you doing now to awaken other men, other women?
Excellent.
To their calling, or to waking up from their own sleeping trauma, their own sleeping, their distractions from what they're dealing with and what they're hurting from.
Gotcha. Well, I can just honestly again use the example of the play I'm involved with Mike Garcia with stuff inside our heads. And I'll be brave enough to share this. So we talk about the trauma that we carry through our lives, and if it's not dealt with or you don't recognize it as being trauma, it didn't go anywhere, and then other problems stem from that. You can take that, to your deathbed.
Right. So many do.
So many do, and so again, this goes back to recognizing the journey that God has me on in terms of being a mouthpiece and everything coming together. So I am a victim of sexual abuse. Had been it went on for years. There's members in my family that I'm originally from Mount Holly, North Carolina, but grew up in Gastonia and then Charlotte later, App State and all that. But there are, other members of my family that it happened to as well. And I can only speak for me. I know that when I was going through it, that's one of those, when I say I thank God that he kept me near the cross. We lived in the church at that time. And if he knew what he was doing in the middle of all that chaos, I know that if we had not, I probably would have committed suicide. I had so many crazy thoughts going on. I probably, and I know now that some of the victims, call it what it is, I look at some of the life choices they've made, and I know it stems from what happened. I see it in my friends and some family members, and even in myself, going through that stuff. And I look at it now, you question. That's what I might say. You question why God, why did this happen? Why me? Why am I crazy? Am I this? Am I that? Right now, what's going on with being a mouthpiece for trauma as a whole and being able to own my vulnerability, it services me now as an actor to go to those places to let others know it's okay to cry, to deal with things, to have been hurt, especially in this play. It's centered around depression and mental health. I'm able to explore the character I play. I'm able to explore the pain that he experiences because Jay has experienced that level of pain. And I thank God for healing and to the point where I'm comfortable going there and using it as I need to, because it's honestly me sharing that,
right.
sharing, going there and sharing that. So that's the blessing. That's where in sharing that, it's able, again, hopefully to shed light on it where other people can see.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you're gifting all those people with a piece of you,
absolutely,
and a part of you that
absolutely
comes along for most men with shame.
Yes,
that
absolutely,
comes along with like a grief of what you would have wanted to happen, but it didn't happen the way you would have thought.
Yeah.
Sometimes even shock of like, wow, I can't believe that happened in the setting that it happened. And it allows a light to be shining to other people through your gift of vulnerability to allow them to say, me too. And I didn't know how to process that. I didn't even know how to put the words to it. But you just put the words to it, and it spoke. It made me feel seen, but it spoke into what I'm experiencing right now, or what I've been carrying for so long that I don't know how to even face it and deal with it.
And that's the first time I've ever spoke of that publicly. Like, my family knows that whole situation. People back home know. I'm not going to name any names, but people back home know of that situation. But it's the first time I've spoken about it publicly. But again, and I thank God. God has brought me from a point where the shame would overtake everything, and mentally it messes with you so much. To where you don't want to be here. You don't want to deal with it. I mean, I still have nightmares. I still have nightmares. But it's still, thank you God, because I could easily be, again, if I wasn't in the mind frame, if I wasn't mentally where I am now because of the growth and if I was back where I was as a teenager and I never progressed mentally, I'm sure I would likely not be here because of that, the noise, the nightmares, it messes with you so much, and it's on you, it's such a burden. And when you're talking about having to cry, I'd let it go and all that kind of stuff, I had to, when you talk about having to forgive and not for your sake, I had to be able to move on because it was driving me crazy.
Right. And it's not even about them anymore.
No, that's right. That's right.
The forgiveness is weighing on you so heavy. That without some level of forgiveness or some level of facing it, I'm carrying what this person did to me, and it's doing more harm to me than it is to them.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That was it. This person going around denying it and had people thinking we were lying, but then you had those who were like, no, they ain't lying, they know. I remember that conversation, and it was like you don't have to say it, but I'm letting you know I forgive you. And in their eyes, I saw it, that I'm sorry. And me saying it, taking the power in that moment, God give me the strength to take the power in that moment and saying, I forgive you for my sake. I have to. And really meaning that, sincerely meaning that, was the difference, man. Was everything. It was absolutely everything, because I couldn't go on as it was carrying that. It's too heavy. It's one of the things, the God, the Lord, he carries our burdens and that kind of thing. But then we give it to him, then we take it right back. We give it to him. That was, And even now, man, even now it's tough. But like that, then I had to. That's where true progression to healing, I'll say. Now I'll say just with complete healing, but the path to healing started then.
Right.
Yeah, it started then.
And it's funny, I love to use this analogy when it comes to how you just described how sometimes the hurt that we've carried for so long and giving that hurt to God, it kind of reminds me of the movie Baby Boy.
Yeah.
Remember the end of it.
Yep.
Where in a decision he made where he did something that wasn't truly in him.
He
Realized that, and it almost like stunned him to where he couldn't believe I had just done something. I had committed something that was out of my character, and it didn't align with who God made me to be.
That's right.
But even
That's right.
God forgives us. He hears us in our stress.
And
he comes and he takes what didn't belong to us, takes it from us.
Yeah, that's right.
And says, "This is mine.
This is mine now.
Carry. This is mine for me to hold, not for you to come back and get, but
this
is mine for me to take now."
And we're stubborn. We don't listen all the time, and we'll go and be like, "Oh no, let me get that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need it, but I know I gave it to you, but
right.
We do that, man.
Yeah.
We do that.
We almost feel like we need that to lean on.
That's right. No, that's very much so. Very much so.
I'm struggling because of that, so I need to hold on to that.
That's right.
So I can give myself a reason to continue to struggle instead of saying, "God, that's yours to carry."
That's right.
So
that's
now
right.
I can do what you've called me to do. I can be used by you, not as a struggle, not as broken. Because as I told somebody, God will still take what's broken and still say, "Now I'm going to pour in that brokenness.
That's right.
Into that brokenness.
That's right.
And now I'm going to use that in a way to where I can gift others with what you've been carrying for so long.
That's it.
Which is almost like what he's doing now in your life.
Oh, that is what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I see it fully. That's why it makes sense now. And I'm thankful, and I get tickled when I think about it, because I was like, man, it's just yes. The point of people's life like this, man. And you talk about giving it to them and taking it back. I did that with that for so long, man. And then you try to deal with it different ways, like you said, devices, girls, alcohol, everything, but really dealing with it. And it just clutters thing, and it still sits there. So, truly giving it to him, and come to the understanding that it's okay to be broken. It's okay. It's okay. We say it's okay not to be okay.
Right.
It's true. And really believing that, like really knowing that it's okay. You don't have to be perfect before God can use you. You don't have to be perfect before He can change your life, or you can touch other people's life.
Right.
He can right now. You know what I mean? He can touch you as you are, use you as you are.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, us being humans, man. We strive for perfection. But it's just not a real thing, man. It's not real. It's not real. I mean, there's nothing wrong with striving for perfection, but you do have to have the understanding that you'll never achieve it.
Right. And if you don't have that understanding, you keep jumping to grab it.
That's right. Right. That's right.
That adds another whole layer to the onion that you put back on the onion to say, okay, like, wait a minute, we're supposed to be peeling off layers, but you're putting a layer of perfection on to try to. Yeah.
I think, but you know what? We'll never be perfect. But I think the pursuit of perfection is important in this way. You strive to do everything right. You're not going to do everything right, but if you strive to do everything right, most of the things you do are going to be.
I get where you're coming. They're going to be close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
I can live with that.
That's right. There you go.
I gave it my all.
Yeah. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to be a good person. My intentions are going to be good. I'm going to try to help when I can. I'm going to try to be supportive. I'm going to try to be encouraging. I'm going to try to if your intentions are good and well intended, odds are you might be a decent human being at the end when it's all said and done. So you know what I mean? So I think the pursuit of that.
I get what you're saying. I love that. No, that's true. That's true. Because there's nothing wrong with shooting for it. And I like the perspective on that. There's nothing wrong with shooting for it, but in knowing, setting your expectations to know that it may not be achieved, but I'm going to try to hit as close as I can.
I'm gonna try. That's right. The effort is there. That's what's important. And then it's like, I know I am. I can say for me, Jay is his own worst critic. So it's those times when you're not perfect and you do mess up and you do this and you're screwing up. You're the worst person in the world for it. You know what I mean? And then that could be more damaging than anything, because now you like, God, I'm trying for this, but look, I know I'm not perfect, but I am not perfect. You know what I mean? I am so short. Oh my gosh. And that's the other thing too. Like, I guess, there's gotta be that healthy balance of knowing you're gonna slip and fall and not be perfect, but then you know what? That's okay. It's never too late. And God can use me anywhere I am. And there's always tomorrow in terms of just make the next move better than where you are, or strive. Yeah. One foot in front of the other. That's it.
Like you said, not perfection. Progress.
That's progress. The pursuit of it, the progress towards it.
Yeah.
And that puts one good thought, one good action leads to another good thought and action, and vice, and so on. So, that's it, man. That's it. And people, and that another thing is, man, at the end of the day, people are people, and I think that, and I'll say this, the church, we're oh my God, what a church!
I was about to say, what you got to say this now?
Man, we got to call it what it is, man. The church can be at times so hypocritical, bro. Sometimes,
it can break us a lot of times. It can break
yeah.
What's already broken.
Yeah,
Think about it. Okay, if you're homeless,
yep,
you seek refuge at the shelter.
Yep.
If you're hurt,
yeah,
you seek refuge at the hospital.
That's right.
When you're broken, heartbroken, when life has really beat you up, a lot of times we seek refuge at the church, because we've always been told people love you there.
That's right.
People accept you there.
That's right.
And so when you go into a church and you don't feel the love and acceptance, and you feel the judgment, you feel that people are chastising you for where you're currently sitting.
Yes, absolutely.
It makes you say, okay, wait.
That's right.
I've always been told I'm safe here.
That's right.
And it is important to find the right, because I would like to say every community is not the right community.
Oh, absolutely.
For you.
Absolutely. That's right. That's real. That's real.
And so it is important to find the right communities that can not only help pick you up and walk alongside you and be the community you need, so that you're not doing life alone, but also can begin to pour into you and not take from you.
That's absolutely, brother. No, that's great right there. And it's one of those things, man, like we talk about things that we're taught so culturally. We grow up, especially in the black church, man, that's you do get that. You do, it's supposed to be accepting of all people, but sometimes you get the judgment. You get the it's not as accepting of certain things, or your walk isn't, your walk is worse than mine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or your sin is worse than mine.
Yeah.
So you can, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you got brother such and such sleeping with deacon such and such's wife, but then they'll condemn homosexuality. The music director or whatever, it might be homosexual. Okay, so now, hey,
well, you go.
We going there. Hey, this time, he's coming.
How much time we got? How much time we got? Okay, so wait. You know what? Let me throw a perspective out there.
Yeah.
On some things, in that I've noticed. When you're dealing with your own insecurities,
right,
it is easier to focus on your shortcomings.
That's right.
It is easier to point out your flaw.
Yep.
Because my hurt has already done enough damage to me, so I got to share this hurt in the form of, well, your sin's worse than mine.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Or,
that's what I'm coming.
Like, how dare you? We can't accept you that way.
Yep.
But think about it. At one time, they accepted you that way.
That's exactly it.
So you have forgotten that at one time we gave you refuge.
Yeah.
We knew what you were going through, and we still loved you. We knew that you were practicing, whether it be homosexuality, whether it be whatever. The truth is, I have learned to love all.
That's right.
Not those who align with me.
That's it. I
love how Tim Ross says it.
That's it.
people come and say, "Hey, look, will you accept me here? I'm gay, and I love you, and you're welcome,
brother.
here.
That's it. That's exactly it.
I'm a murderer, and I love you, and you're welcome here." There is not a no, we're not actually accepting no sins right now.
Right.
Come back when we're comfortable with that sin. No. You're welcome here.
That's right.
And I love you.
And I love you.
And I will meet you where you're at. Why?
Yep.
Because that's where God met me.
That's it. Oh, that's it.
And he accepted me in the middle of my mess.
That's it.
So I'm going to accept you the same way he accepted me in the middle of your mess.
That's it. Oh, brother.
And know that he's going to, like, I'm not going to change you. I'm not going to expect you to change. That's not an expectation I'm going to put on you. But I know when God walks alongside you long enough, he just starts to, like, make you see things the way he helped me see things, to understand it. Like, you know what? Actually, I understand it's on your timing.
That's right.
Oh, well, you hit that plateau where you have been living this lifestyle for a year, so we have to now push you out of the church because you didn't get our time frame. This ain't about you.
That's right. It ain't about you. And see, that's the thing. That's passed down. And those things got to be broken, man, because the world has changed, society has changed, but God is still the same. Ooh, and he still loves us all the same. Yes. And everybody's accepted. And it's like again, our people, we just call it what it is. Sometimes we can be so judgmental. And it can be so damaging, man. It's just like we are just called to love. We have no heaven and hell to put anybody in. We serve the same God. Man, listen, bro.
We are not the judge.
The
last judge God appointed was and this is for all the Bible nerds. The last judge God appointed was Samson. In the book of Joshua and Judges, when he had his 12 judges. From the 12 tribes of Israel. After that, he hasn't appointed another judge. So your job is not to judge the next person. That's just all those people who are wondering, like, well, I feel like God's...
How long ago was that?
So brother, sister, I appreciate your concern. But me and God are working through this, and truly, I am sitting with him.
That's right.
I am expressing how this is a thing that I am holding on too tight. I don't know how to not be this. I don't know how to not go to this. But as he works on your heart, as he works through things, as he takes you through there, as you grow your relationship with him, that's for him to work on, not for us.
Yep. And there's no deadline. See, that's the other thing. People get pressured to have this certain thing fixed by certain. So there's no. Everybody's progress and timeline is different in God's eye. Like, it's up to you. Like, and if it takes your whole life to deal with certain things, and so be it. That's him. Let him take you where you need to go and go on your own pace. Don't be worried. Don't be on nobody else's clock, man. That right there, that can do a lot of damage too. People think, oh, okay, so man, they oh man, oh God, they went through that. They already good. They're fine. Look at them. They bounce back so fast. Look at me. Why am I still here? Why am I? And then now your depression goes from here to here. Man, it's just like crazy. So it's a very dangerous hole, man. But it's one of those things, man. Again, like the stuff that you're doing, brother, and I thank you. This right here. This whole movement, man.
Now, hold on. Before you thank me, I'm gonna thank you because I'm not gonna lie. This was therapy, right here.
Oh, God bless you, brother,
first of all, and I felt like there was a lot you were getting off, but it was invoking certain things in me. So we was both kind of working through that stuff. I feel like there's a lot of things that we hold because we don't know who to talk to about it.
That's
and I
right.
love. First of all, I appreciate your vulnerability. I appreciate
brother.
your vulnerability today because you didn't know that to any of us. This was truly a space where we could take this conversation however you want it, and so I appreciate you just how you shared with us a piece of you today that I know was kind of like something that you've kept sacred, you've kept safe, and you've kind of guarded in a way to where you knew that this is my struggle, but you just not only giving that to God, but now you've given that to others to be able to see into their own stuff. And so I appreciate that today. I want to start by thanking you for that. I thank you for this conversation because this truly was this was not only therapy for us, this was therapy for some others who were sitting here watching this episode whoa, okay. They just hit on everything I've been feeling. They just hit on everything I've been stressing with. Yes. that. Can we package that up and send that to every church that I've been to that I didn't feel like I was welcome at? Can we package that up and send that to my parents who have yet to accept me and love me even in spite of what I'm doing or how I'm living my life? Like, I need this episode given to everybody who couldn't meet me in the middle of where I was at.
Yep.
And so like I said, I appreciate you like just running through all of them. Like, and since we're here, we're gonna do it. And now we are there, we're gonna go here. Like, I appreciate that tonight.
You're welcome.
That was Yeah,
you got to, baby. You got to, man.
This was healing right here, you know.
Because I've been there. Honestly, I've been the judgmental. I've been, and the Lord had to work on me on certain things and thinking about certain things. Like, hold up. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You've arrived?
Right.
I'm done with you? Right. Like, so my work with you is done. That's what you're trying to tell me? Right. So I was like, nah. So I had to read, the Lord had to be like, hey, now. No. You still. See, that's that country. That's that. All right now. You better watch your A now. Hey, you can pull that back now. Yeah, that's what that is, man. But hey, man, like again, I thank you again, brother. And I thank God for not giving up on me, man. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. So yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to sit here with me today and we do this because you're right. He knew this day was going to come.
He knew. And I knew when I was going through all that, it's other stuff too, but I knew like the why, because again, we as humans, man, it's human nature to ask why. We're not supposed to question God, but we do. I've done it. We all do it. It's just human. Like when you want to know why. Why me? Why is this? People die. You ask why. When certain things happen to you, you ask why. I knew there was even when I got to college, and I was through that phase and what was going on. I was like, I was asking them why, and I was like, he gonna show me. Yeah. He's gonna eventually show me the why. He's gonna show me the why. And I will know why. Yeah, I will know why. And I've been on this journey, man. Like I said, it's professionally acting, for 18 years. And even when I was in college studying, and I was just like, it was crazy because sports was a passion, basketball was a passion, and then the bug bit me in college to do the acting thing, and it was like, wow, what? I just knew, the passion and stuff that you used to put into something, I didn't have anywhere else to put it, and I'm like I obsess over it. Like if I find something I'm passionate about, I pour into it, and then it happened then, and then I was on this journey. And then I'm at App State, and I'm like, I'm one of only 2 black people in the acting program. I'm one of only 2 people. I'm like, Lord, you got me up here with Lord, gee, what's going on? You know what I mean? I'm up here, and like 1 or 2 people. It's a wonderful school. I love App State. I do
too. I've been there before.
They still got some struggles in the diversity department, especially back then. There wasn't a lot of minorities, especially the theater program. And here I was, former jock. Now I'm in the arts. To me, I'm like, man, what is this? This is good. No, because first I've been naturally a goofball, so that's how I first got into it. And then I started having teachers like, yo, you got something, man. You need to pursue this. I ain't pursue. Man, let's get out of here. What you talking about? I'm just acting stupid. And then like the teacher, I can't remember her name. I cannot remember her name. And then she was like, you know what? You are more gifted than people who's been studying this thing. Like over in the program, you might need to. So then I started taking more classes. Well, I'll tell you what, really quick. So the first time, it's funny. First time I took intro to acting or intro to theater, I got like a D in it. Right, because at first it was just terms on the overhead. You show up on Friday, you take the test, boom, take a little quiz, and that's it. I said, yo, this is it. I just start showing up on quiz day, test day, multiple choice that thing, and turn it in. So I know get it. Bow, take that. Bow.
Then how did it come back to you?
Oh man, come on. All right. I missed that one. Okay. But then the second time, because in college, if you take a course over, it replaces the grade you had. Yeah. So I'm like
private school.
But so yeah, man. So it was like Had a chance to take it again. I'm like, pfft, and I heard the teacher was fun, and you know, my girl at the time.
Girls.
They always, man, my girlfriend at the time, bro. Hey, the girlfriend at the time, bro. It was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it with you. At least I can do. We study together, do things together, get an A, whatever. But no, that's when it started, and I started getting encouragement, and then when teachers, more and more teachers, like, no, you need it, because and then the theater chair, the dean, all that was like, no, you need to, and they came up with a plan, because I graduated with the first degree in 03. I stayed 2 extra years to get the theater degree and graduated with that in 05. So long story short, it's the encouragement, and I just stayed. But yeah, man, I even that journey, it was so it leads me to here, and man, I'm just. Yeah, this is the why.
Well,
this is the why.
I'm glad God continued to stay with you on that path. And walk you that path, because I see how He's using you now, and not to say that you needed degrees, because I love how God can qualify you in situations that, in an episode that I had with Michael Garcia, he was talking about how God qualified him in certain situations.
That's right. Oh, yeah, you don't even.
He didn't have the degree.
That's
he didn't have background,
right.
But God still made a way to show others that, you know what? Right. Just because I don't have all the qualifications. I'll watch me. Watch me work.
That's right.
Like,
that's right.
Just even to get you here to now see, like, how you're using what you obtain to be able to now give that to others, to give that to, it's almost like what you did.
Yeah.
Created a space for others to be able to receive from you now.
They're
receiving from you now. And so, brother, I would tell you, continue to allow God to use you even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
When it feels like it's wearing on you. Because I've learned that sometimes when we're pouring, we do find ourselves empty. But I've learned that the people who fill me back up are the community God put around me.
That's right.
God loves to fill me when I'm empty. I tell him I love to go to Him in prayer. I love to go to Him in worship, because He loves to fill me in those moments to say, oh yeah, no, I know what I got for you to do next.
That's right.
And He knows what He has for you to do next.
That's right.
So allow Him to continue to encourage you, whether it be through people you don't know who come up to you, whether it be through your family, whether it be through your community.
Yeah.
Even here today, allow people to continue to give you your flowers, as they say.
Awesome.
To understand that what you're doing is not in vain. It's not going, even when there's like, okay, but I'm not doing what they're doing, and this. No, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, exactly where God wants you doing it.
That's it.
And so I'm proud of you, bro. I really appreciate you taking the time out to come and sit with me today, just to kind of really, like I said, unpack all this.
Absolutely, man.
We unpack this not only for ourselves, but for so many other people. So like I said, I appreciate you taking the time out just to sit with me today. Before we go, tell people how they can connect with you. They can. I love for people to sometimes reach back out to other people and be like, bro, listen here, you did that.
Excellent.
I would love to just let you know personally you did that, and so I like to give people access, if it's comfortable with the people I'm talking to.
Sure.
To be able to reach out. So how can they connect with you?
You can find me on Facebook, Jonavan Adams, Jonavan Adams. I'm also on Instagram. Cool Breeze is the name. It's KOOLBREEEEZE. So Cool Breeze, the 4 E's, and Jonavan Adams on Facebook.
And don't worry, if he spelled that wrong, I'm gonna put it all down.
Yeah, he gonna do it, Lord Jesus.
Like, you guys can just click there. Like, I really said 3 E's.
I'm about to spell Kappa, but
I can't keep up with what this man just said. Put the link down below. We're gonna put the link down below for you being able to just click on it.
He got me.
I got him. I got you guys. I know how this works. I appreciate the time today, bro. I appreciate, man. This was fun.
It was.
This was truly fun. I thank all my listeners for coming and joining us today. I thank you for, man, listen to me. This was a ride. And I never know what these episodes are going to look like, but I appreciate you guys riding with us. I appreciate you guys taking the time out and truly being able to appreciate the gift of vulnerability you receive from so many of these stories and so many of these conversations. So, love you guys. Be blessed. See you on the next episode, all right?
Take care and God bless.
We appreciate you listening today and hope that if you enjoyed this episode, you'll like and subscribe and also listen to past episodes. We hope to bring you great future content as well. Please comment your thoughts on this episode as well as leave any prayer requests below so that this community can pray alongside you. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at God's Glory and Men's Real Stories.
Brothers, we understand how the thoughts of even facing your own past and current story and the pain and hurt that come along with this is no easy task. But you're not alone, as you hear in these episodes. Nor has God forgotten you or left your side, as He's in it with you, fighting alongside you through the storms of life. He loves and has already forgiven you, no matter what you have done, and He wants a relationship with you. Your healing, freedom, and growth are important to God and to us as well. Maybe you're considering giving up or need someone to talk to. Here are a few resources that exist that we hope can shine a light into that dark place you're in. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number is 1-800-273-8255. If you need support but are not in crisis, consider reaching out to a warm line with individuals who would love to talk with you. Speaking to someone on these calls is typically free and confidential and run by people who understand what it's like to struggle in life. Find a local number by going to warmline.org.